Oh, welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. Oh my God. Oh, I hope everybody's staying warm tonight. How is everybody? Look at everybody in the chat already. Thank you so much for even just being here. If you guys could kindly test whether this is even audio video working, I would really appreciate it.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
Thank you, Scotty. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say hey to everybody, but I'm skimming through, and he said do the volume thing, and I'm like, oh my God, how do I forget? How do I forget? It's something I'm gonna have to do every week. Woo! Thank you, Scotty. Why was here? He put the GoFundMe for Dusty. Thank you very much, Sketty Nona. What's up, Susie Q? She says, Whips World. Let's get tanked. Look at you putting up videos and putting up live streams, and you're just on fire. Maybe one Sunday night you would like to come on my live stream and we can chat for an hour. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. Whip it good. Scotty Aquati. Hello. He's saying hey to everybody. Paul's here. Coffee good. Oh, look at, I got my reptiles, which I missed on Friday. It was such a horrible day. This weather. Can't wait to talk about this weather. It's not just cold outside. It's cold in here. Chew. What's up, Chew? Did I say hey to Paul? I think I did. Thank you again, Scotty. Do the volume thing. Volume is low. Probably needs the usual. Yep. It absolutely was. It was like almost down to nothing, and I have to zoop it up. I don't even know why I have to do that. Did I miss anybody? Black Powder Aquatics. Wow. Black Powder Aquatics. I like that. I would love to hear the story behind that name. Hello, hello. It is a very cold evening, and my water is coming in the house cold, but I thank God, I'm grateful the water is coming in the house. No pipes are frozen yet. I have to take hand-carried water out to the chicken coop because all water lines out there are frozen, but of course I'd be interested in sharing space with you. Woo, Susie Cute. Hello, Donnie. So Whoop's going to come on my live stream. Woo. I like that very much. Donnie, oh, you don't see them. They're over there. I've moved my Blue Angels over to the 75 heavily planted tank, and I think I'm going to go look. Two of them are looking like they're eyeing up that up and down rock. Oh, please let them mate. I want their babies. Pet Sodics saying hey to everybody. Yeah, I have a problem in this house, and I know it's cold most places right now, like in the single digits and whatnot. And Blark Powellson. Oh, is that where the word name comes from? When I whip you, whip, we whip. Oh, hello, Danny, Kenny. Aquatics. Hello, Q. Oh, look at that. That's where it comes from, huh? Is that your name? Let me see. Blark. No, your name's not Blark, is it? Blark Powerson. Kenny, people are saying. So yeah, this cold has changed the way, well, everything, because not only is it single digits, 12 degrees, it was 21, but it gets down to 12 again. It's just freaking freezing. The dogs, my lovely puppies, there's an air conditioner that was secured in the window with two side insulations, and they ripped that first part off in those two, and I didn't notice it at first why it was so cold down here. And then I walked in and I was like, whoa, it feels like an open window. And I looked, and the two sides next to the air conditioner wide open. So we're struggling right now. We are struggling to stay warm inside this house. So I put a sleeping bag in a garbage bag, wrapped it up, stuffed it between the air conditioner this way because I can't get rid of the air conditioner. I don't have a window. Stuffed another one up, rolled it up, stuffed it in this way, and now I don't let the dogs on the side yard. So that brought the reptile room to 50 degrees. So, and I know inside their enclosures are much warmer, but certainly not what they should be because they're fighting that 50 degree weather in the room. My house is freaking freezing too. I haven't had heat in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And my honey, my John Bagga, is a master mechanic. It's HVAC. And we're having a motherboard problem that we got one off of eBay. And it didn't work. There was a faulty switch or something. But the guy gave him back his money, which was great. Oh, Mark Stolzen's second channel. I can't let Alishan plug in electric heat because I blow a circuit. I can have one space heater. So that one space heater for this whole house is down in the basement in the reptile room so that it's not 50 degrees in there, and that brings that room up to like 70. Okay. I'm not worried about this fish room because almost all of them in here have heaters. So aside from the Endlers, it's just cold. Okay, so that's down here. It makes everything uncomfortable. Everything's uncomfortable. Then upstairs, John had out in the garage one of these torpedo propane, I want to say it's a heater, but it's like a torch. About this long. We put it at the end of the hallway. I plug that in because it's an electric start. Turn on the propane, turn it on. Dogs go run and hide. The cat's hiding because it's very loud. The bird I've put in her cage and put 2 thermal blankets over her cage, so she's good. Man, oh man. Now we have in the house, we have yes, electric heat. Thank you, electric heat. And so when we turn that on, the blowtorch, I call it, we call it the torpedo. It heats up the hallway to about 95 degrees, which is great. We can crack open our bedroom, get some in there. It goes into the living room, kitchen a little bit. But what we do is we turn on the fan for the heating and air. So it's sucking that air up and pushing that down. So we do that for about 15 minutes and get the edge off of everything, and then we turn it off for a while, and then we do it again, and then we turn it off for a while. We can't because it's running on propane. So, so that's extremely irritating. Changing the water, I can't get the water warm enough. It's like I have to put in hot water and regular water to get it, because the cold water is just coming out, as you guys know, just freezing. It's so hard. So I could do 1 or 2 tanks. That's why a lot of my tanks are low. I can only do 1 or 2 of my tanks, and I gotta stop because we still need to survive with water. It is ridiculous. Then he calls the company for the HVAC unit, and we know the motherboard's $900, but there is another used one. And he's talking to the guy at the distributor, and he says, "Wait a minute, I think that machine had a recall on the motherboard." Yeah. And he says, I didn't get notice of the recall. So then now he spent 2 days filling out and jumping through hoops and this paper and submitting it with this date, taking a picture of that, all the things you got to do for the recall stuff. And now we're waiting to hear back. Let's hope they just sent us a new motherboard, and don't act like, because they said the words, you have to buy the motherboard and then we'll reimburse you. Well, we're not in a position to buy a motherboard. It's like $900. So we're waiting to hear back. And I'm not going to think negative. I'm going to think positive that it's going to work. It's going to work because once we get the part, John's a whiz. Like I said, when it comes to mechanical things, especially HVAC, let alone any mechanical, he's a whiz. He is an absolute master mechanic. When it comes to hammer and nails, no, don't eat. No, I won't get a square box out of the guy. But that's okay. That's okay. It is my alternate channel. I got it. My house is freaking freezing, right? It is. Sorry, I misspelled your last name, Mark. Okay, powerless and then gotcha. Skitty! Fish and Things with Lando is saying beep. Yeah, my house is electric. One of my zone valves crapped. Oh no. And had to leave work early to fix it. Were you able to fix it? Man, those damn zones. My house in Levittown had 4 zones. Melvin's in the house. Melvin. I have gas baseboard, heat, and a fireplace. I wish I had a fireplace. I've been burning wood and Amazon boxes. Oh man, I wish I had a fireplace. That sounds amazing. My brother John has a wood stove. You know, the kind that's up on a brick basin, and that will heat his whole house. Well, he had that. Now he's got a trailer. But still, that was nice. Usama. Who's Usama? Fish Fam Link is in the house. Wait, is that a new logo? I can't focus, but it looks like a new logo. Hold on, let me check. That's a new logo. I like it. Can everybody see that? Professor Fish Tanks. Hello. Wi-Fi. Hey, what's up? Fishy on Tactics. This is great. Oh, man. My heat went down the other day. Internal breaker in the unit kept tripping. Have a temperature fix for now. The unit's 30 years old, yeah. So getting a quote for a new system, yeah. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And that's what John's doing. People are calling him out to their houses because they're looking for alternatives to new systems. Any way you can fix it just for this one season. Because a lot of people are strapped. Wood stoves are the best. I wish, yeah. Me too. If I ever get my farm, it's going to have a wood stove. Where I grew up, Waverly, Pennsylvania, we had a fireplace, and my father installed in the fireplace, it was just a blower. That's all it was a blower. So you started a real fire. It wasn't a fake fire, a gas fire, it was a fire, but it blew it, and that heated the whole living room. Now that living room was like huge. It was like 40 feet long. It was a huge living room. It was like 3 rooms in one. It heated the whole thing. It was great. I love that. So yeah, so I'm struggling, and I'm really trying, because to me I got to put the animals first because they have no choice. I can always get under the blankets, but we turn on the torpedo. As long as we have access to propane, we turn on the torpedo and we're good. Across the street from my house, mind you, is a park. Lovely parking lot. The park is over a little bit. Well, there's kids from all over 4 or 5 towns around. They come sledding. And of course my granddaughter's like, Grammy, let's go sledding. Well, you know what it's like when you're fighting to stay warm. Do I really want to go sit out in the snow? No. Did I? Yes. Yeah. Still thinking about Tennessee. I am, but Tennessee is just as cold as it is here, if not colder. So no, Tennessee's off my list today. Tennessee's off my list. I need a place where I can keep my tortoises outside all the time. I'm not sure I'm a fan of Florida though. But there are parts of Florida that, well, no. I have to keep looking. So we have 10 over max. We got Mississippi, hell no. Alabama, Georgia. I had a step uncle. My Uncle Starrett lived in Alabama, but I never visited him. So I'm not sure. I think I just need the next planting zone. We're in like 7A or 7B. If I could find a place in 8 or 9. But I need to be kind of, I guess I can't really be close because we go like this. And I don't want to be in Tornado Alley. I can't be in a state where I can't take my turtles and tortoises. Like my fish, I think I would have to rehome the fish, move the fish tanks, just for their own safety, that is, and then set up again. But I don't think John, honestly, I don't think John would be happy. I want to move to the sun. I want to move to the sun too. I don't think John would be happy with the idea that I'm taking all these tanks with me, just the big ones. Because just the big ones, like the 180, the 70s, 5s, all the 75s, the 90s, the 120 upstairs, everything from like 55 and above, and of course a handful of nanos. Okay, that's like all my tanks. Oh, and my 40-gallon breeders. Like, yeah, I don't think he'll be very happy with that unless we had an insulated barn. Like, he's not going to be happy with it in the house. I can tell you that right now. He's had it. My folks live in Daytona. Temps got in the 30s at times. That's fine. I can do 30s. 30s as, and everybody's freezing as 30s. Okay. I can do that. But this, and I have a part-time job where I am up at 6:30 in the morning, getting in my car and driving, and for a half hour one way, half hour back. So any other time besides when it's freezing and snowing is amazing because it gets me up out of bed, it gets me dressed, starts my day, yada, yada, yada. When I got to go out there and clean out my car because there's nobody else to clean it off and heat it up and I don't have the automatic start, yeah, I'm a grumpy little person. Grumpy big person. But not too much sun. Just further south with less long-term winter. Right. I'm not a fan of snow. My furnace is slowly killing us. Oh no, we had a guy come over to do the yearly maintenance and they found a huge hole rusted in it, leaking $12,000 later. I have a new furnace, compressor. Exactly, that's what I'm afraid of. I mean, we just got out of a foreclosure. There's no way that's happening. It's just not happening right now. Moved to Florida and turned the garage into a fish room. That's what I thought. If I move somewhere, and I even thought some places in Alabama and Georgia, find a place that has a barn. I can insulate the barn. I can make the barn the fish room and reptile room. I could live out in the barn. I'd be fine. As long as it was a good-sized barn. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I need. See, as Susie knows, 30 ain't cold. It's not. I'll take 30 degrees anytime. It's brisk, cold, sub-zero because with crazy wind. Yeah, the wind is what... And anywhere I go, I'm always going to have that, like let's say a barn. Or what if a tornado or hurricane or flood, I need some escape for my animals. So what I've been doing is storing up these Tupperware things. I've been building the air pockets on the sides with mesh so that if I had to, like, put the leopard geckos in these little ones and close them, the bearded dragons, it wouldn't be perfect, but hey, they'd be safe, put them in that. Then I'd be able to put them in my car with the car on and we could do something. Like, I think I have a plan of action. 30 is too cold. Oh yeah, too cold for most tortoises. Not all. Because some tortoises will dig down deep and just wait until it passes. Like we have some Pennsylvania tortoises that are fine. Like the box turtle's not a tortoise, but he's going to dig down. He's going to find a place and he'll be fine. And when it starts getting cold and rainy, he'll come up and out. Yeah, I think you're right. 30s is not good for tortoises. 2 local fish stores near me had tortoises. Wow, what kind? Because I love the tortoises. I will never purchase a Russian tortoise. I have plenty. And they're not community, so they kind of have to be separated all the time. My favorite are the Redfoots. And then I have my 2 sulcatas. that I will eventually look for another home if we don't get a farm. But it certainly ain't cheap. I couldn't afford it either, but I financed it so not to end up paying $30K for it. By the time I pay. Oh, right. That's a problem. That's a problem, all right. When they say they keep us in this rat race, that's not no exaggeration, man. They keep you just enough to not have enough. Just enough to not have enough. I'm like 4 hours from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and about 3 hours from Atlanta. Well, what is your coldest winter like? The norm, not the freak freeze. Is it like a little bit under 30 degrees, or is it colder? I'd like a red tortoise. It's a red foot, yes. Sulcata. Oh, I want to fly river. Oh, that's a turtle. That's very different. But how are the Denison barbs? I'm so glad you asked. If anybody hasn't seen my video, because I haven't been putting videos out, YouTube doesn't like throw my videos anywhere. So if you guys, my people, could watch that video, and I know you're going to see my barbs anyway, that would be great. I would really appreciate it. Even if you watch it a couple times to get it going, that would be amazing. So I got these 3. Oh, hold on. Oh yes, the Western Hermit Tortoise is also a great choice. If you guys are wearing earplugs, watch out, because we've got a super sticker. That's Kaler's Aquatics and Reptiles. Oh, Kaler's Reptiles and Aquatics. My bad, Bob. Super sticker, 1999. A fan sending hearts with their hands. Thank you so much, Bob. One more time because I can. Thank you, Bob Kaler. You are the man. Woo-woo! Yeah, I know the Fly River is a turtle. That's fully aquatic. Do not forget to give a thumbs up if you're enjoying the stream. Thank you. Local fish store has aquatic snakes. I saw that. So I went to my local fish store, and I was just going grocery shopping. I was not buying any fish. And they had these rose-lined sharks, these tiny Denison barbs. I'm telling you, they're no bigger than an autocinklus. They're just little. I've never seen them so small. But he only had 3 of them. And I'm like, I'll take them. They're in this 30-gallon. Let's see if we can get them out there. Oh, there's one right up front. Oh, and he's right next to the autocinklus. That's good. See him right there? Look how tiny he is. And he's going into the guppy grass, or into the Pogostamus. And the other ones are in there too. They're like mid-level swimmers. So I have, oh, there's a coolie loach. Who's a crazy up and down nutball. I have the white cloud mountain minnows that take space in the top. I have these coolie loaches, autocinklus, and cubitai loach that's on the bottom. And now I have these 3 tiny little Denison barbs. I'm kind of worried that this tank isn't big enough. But look at them. I don't even know how long it's going to take for him to grow. But is he not the most adorable? There's 3 of them in here. The White Cloud Mountain minnows are larger than my Denison barb. Isn't that crazy? And this, talking about crazy, there goes the coolie loaches. They're going a little cuckoo. I've got 5 of them in here. There's 3 of them right out in the open. Isn't that crazy? The Denison barb is over here. I just did a video on them. I have never been able to keep Denison barbs, only because they go for like, around here, they go for like $20 each. And you should have like 6 or 7. So it's like, oh, speaking of expensive fish, roseline sharks, who knew, are cool. They are cool. Hey, cool, I'm awake. I'm awake, you the man, Bob. Says Fish Dreams. Yeah. I have, okay, so I come down here to the fish room. I know I'm babbling. I always babble. Roseline sharks are cool. Sweet new logo. It is. Are you talking about, fish fam? Holy bejesus, Sketty. What happened to Sketty? Whoa, let me back it up. Wait, I had to have HVAC replaced last. Oh, yeah, isn't that insane? So I'm very blessed because John is HVAC. He's a licensed HVAC for Pennsylvania. I'm not sure about Jersey. But that means he gets distributor prices. So he can get the distributor price. The problem is he's such a nice guy when he goes to install it in people's, he really doesn't charge a whole lot for labor. He just, like his, it's like, dude, you've got to charge for labor. It's taking you 3 days to put this thing in. But he knows what he's doing. It's just, you have to have money to make money. You know, you can't go to somebody's house and then tell them what the job is and say, oh, by the way, I need the money for the parts. I'll be right back. I mean, like, you kind of need something to... It's just a catch-22. Nice barbs, Susie. I just found a mascara barbs for $10 a piece. They are hard to find, are they not? Hey, Big Steve. So I'm trying to find... And they're very affordable because they were so tiny. If I could find 4 or 5 more, I think they would be perfect for this tank because it's 4 foot long, and I have a couple years before they're of any kind of size, and even then, I still have 70. And I can't put them in with Triton. Triton's staying away from me. Are you mad at me? I think he wants to break up with me. Don't be mad at me. Speaking of expensive fish that want to break up with me, John Bag of Donuts, thank you. I came in here and there's a big mess on my floor. And I'm like, what the fuck? One of my brand new foods, not this one, had a hole in the bottom and was empty. I usually always take them and put them in plastic containers. Because if there is a mice, and this cold outside, mice are going to come inside. So I see this mess on the floor. They started eating my bug bites the size for large cichlids. Angry. And then I threw it away because I don't want to shock or make anybody upset. A big dried up fish, this big. And I'm like, what the hell is that? My Oscars are over there. The baby Oscar's over there, the Severum's over, and then I realized it was my large discus. With a lid on the tank, jumped out. And their tank is hot. Their tank, it feels hot, but I know it's not hot. It's like 82 degrees. But it feels hot compared to all the other ones that are 75. Oh, I'm so sad. I don't even know how he jumped out. Like, how did he get... That's what cats are for. That's right. That's right. Is my John Baga in here? Is that what people are saying? I saw his link. I'm looking. I gotta make sure. I gotta see. No, he's not in here. There's a different John, I bet. Bloody cats. I know! And the cat picked up the scent from the bag and started taking the bag around. I'm like, no. So I think tonight I'm going to... See, but she's such a wuss. She's a very good hunter. But it's so cold, she just wants to cuddle and sleep on my chest. So what am I going to kick her out into the fish room where there's no toasty place to curl up and sleep when she's done hunting? I can't do that to her. So she's going to have to hunt while I'm down here. She's going to have to. That's all there is to it. That's why I have my customers make appointments and pay for aquarium services first. Then any product that they need, I add to their service invoice. That's a good idea. And he does do that with most people, like, or at least half of it, so he knows he can go get the equipment. Could have the cat helped with the lid. Oh, now because it's still here. If the cat helped with the lid, I would think it'd be on the floor because the light is right above it. So even if she toppled it over, the light would be off. Then I would know the cat was involved because my cat does. Ugh. Yeah, I'm very sorry to hear about it. No Tennessee Fish Mafia today. Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that. I'm exhausted anyway. You mentioned John, and I posted his link. Thank you. I thought he was in the chat. I was like, yikes. They pay for the service. Then Susie can go until 9. I don't think I could talk that long. Same spaghetti, except I don't hate people being in my house. They had to haul my 1966, oh my God, furnace out. I bet you that was a job and a half for sure. Better strangers than I. You know, I watched, remember about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, my washing machine took a crap. Couldn't be fixed. This was an old washer. We worked on it, couldn't. The way they strapped it on their body and carried it up my steps, I've never seen before. Now, you guys might have seen it. They put these harnesses on and then attached it around so they just literally stood up. They only used their hands to like guide and steer. They didn't have to pick it up. John had it attached to a dolly and all wrapped up. They took it right off, put it on this harness, and they looked like they did it with such ease. So I'm thinking, I wonder if you could do that with a fish tank. I don't hate people. I just don't want them in my messy house. Yeah, I wouldn't want them in my workshop. That would be very hard to explain. But the rest of my house is okay, but my workshop... No. My workshop looks like the way my brain thinks. And you guys know the way I talk. It gives you an idea of how my brain thinks, so you can imagine. Larry D, Spicy Man in the house. Paul, what happened, Paul? I'm really tired too. Oh, my father had a stroke and in this hospital. I am so sorry to hear that. That is so sad. I bet you're tired. I bet you're tired. And I've been trying to focus. There's these, I know it's not for everybody, but there's these meditation tapes that I play at night, and it's called the black screen. So my TV screen isn't on, but it's at this hertz that is supposed to be very healing. And I've been listening to that because I need to be okay with what's going on right now. I have to be okay with it. If I let this stuff bother me, and I got to tell you, the cold gets to me. The cold bothers me. Walking out to the cold to feed the chickens and duck, that doesn't bother me. Coming back inside and not being able to get warmed up, that bothers me. That bothers me a bit. But I can't let it get to me because I still have to do life. And once I start getting negative, I got that brain that just focuses on all negative. And I just can't afford to do that. I cannot afford to do it. And guess what else I can't do in the cold? So now I'm speaking negative of everything. My resin. I started pouring the resin, and it takes 2 days to really cure. And if there's a temperature drop, which there was, it gets these like a surface... I forget what they call it like a rash. That whole top, almost 1/8 of an inch, is going to have to be sanded down now. And I'm not that skilled yet. So I feel like all these pieces are a waste. But here's what I'm going to do with all these pieces, because they're not a waste. I just don't know how. I just don't have the skill set yet to take it to the next level. I will, because I love learning. I will. But I'm going to take a 10-gallon tank and set it up in my workshop. I think 10 gallons is big enough. And I'm going to fill it with all my cured, that's been cured for over a week, resin pieces. And I have tons of them because I make so many mistakes. And have put them in the tank, and I'm going to test for the TDS and everything I have a test kit for. Everything. Hardness, KH, GH, I think I could test for ammonia, copper, and a lot of them I'm going to stick with the TDS too. And then going to test it and see if it changes. Like, I don't know how long to wait, maybe a couple months. Because I want to start making my own, like, I'm going to want to start making some, like, fish tank decorations, incorporate the resin pouring with my miniature hobby and my creative mind, which never shuts off. That is what I think I'm going to do, but I got to make sure it's not going to hurt the fish. And people say things, oh, well, that's a food safe, like, yeah, but am I willing to bet somebody else's fish's life on it? No. So I got to do my own testing. Just like when they came out with this biological stuff, like, put in your tank, it'll cycle your whole tank. I'm like, I got to test it. I gotta test it. And only one of them, I think it was the Fritz's. Only one of them did. The other ones did not. Did not do what they were saying they were gonna do. Anyway. Yeah, give it a try, Paul. I forget what the hertz is, but it's supposed to be on the same magnetic wavelength as the actual Earth. So then I find that it's very calming, maybe just because the screen is off. It's very melodic, and it helps me focus or defocus on things. So I can't afford to do it. Once I go down that hole, man, phew, I need to stay positive. I need to stay positive. And yeah, you need to stay positive for your father. You know, and something that works for me in my AA life anyway, is I realize I only have to do this today. I don't have to do this the rest of my life. Just today I'm going to stay positive. And if shit hits if it really hits the fan, I only have to stay positive for the next few minutes. That's it. Just stay positive. Now, do something positive to be positive. Help somebody else out. It's only for a few minutes. And then before you know it, I'll get back where I can say it's only for today. Just today. Tomorrow I can do whatever I want. But today I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to do positive. And it seems to work. It seems to be working. But I know what you mean. Like, when it's one after the other, it's kind of hard. And it's not running from your problems. It's not letting them affect, I'm the same way with negativity. Once it gets a hold of me, cause me to spiral. Yep. I hate it so much because everything seems to pile up. It does. It absolutely does. And then I turn on, even worse, I turn on sad music on top of it. Like, what? No, stop. So yesterday my girlfriend turned 40, the big 40, and we went roller skating at the roller rink. And boy, did I have belly laughs. Just a fun time. Susie Q is saying that much better. Ooh, try not to beat yourself up over what you're feeling and negative. Right, because I spiral too. I spiral and it's so bad. So then I got to force myself to put on good things, think positive, and not just think. I have to do positive. So I'll start doing positive. And you have your father right there, so it's real easy to do positive. Just have to do positive in my life. Even if my thinking is tending to get a little screwy, do positive. It'll bring it right around again. So, and I'm very blessed because John loves the meditations. Absolutely loves them. He loves that kind of calming, hypnotic, positive enforcement that we can handle this. We can handle anything. We are ready. We are accepting. We're like, so it's working. And yeah, I just have to get another blanket maybe. And negativity Sue here. I bought a pair of $20 boots on Amazon. Well, what do you think I got? I got a pair of $20 piece of boots from Amazon that don't even fit, and they're not even really boots. And I'm like, well, I should have known better. But I'm like, maybe I can send them back, I'm sure, and get my money back. But I just need winter boots. I'm going out in the snow. I'm wearing moccasins. Like, what? Who does that? Me. So that's how I think the outside cold is affecting my fish room. Because this is my happy place. I come down here and it's my happy place. But my happy place is wearing a t-shirt and getting my elbows wet. But I am not getting my hands wet unless I have to. Because it's a little chilly. And I'm working just a different manner, because now I can only do 3 tanks at a time. So the only thing is they're getting lower. None of them are dirty. The glass is clean. The I can still like suck out the poop. That's all good. Everything's good. It's just I can't knock it out on a Sunday like I'm used to doing. I have to do because it's just so cold. I used to be like that, but I can shift my negative thinking into positive, and now I'm getting to the point where I can shift my mind without thinking about it. That is exercise. That's what I call exercising my emotional brain. Yes, if I keep exercising it and keep forcing myself to do good and be good and think positive, pretty soon I will be able to do that a little easier than what I'm going through now. And I know it because it's a lot easier than it was 3 years ago. So it just keeps getting better. So I believe you 100%, Pitsodics. I've been able to silence that negative reel of stuff running nonstop through my head. I get overwhelmed and down. Lead to the future. Right, loser, dumb. Yeah, exactly. It's so fast. So fast. And one of my favorite things to do, because if I'm doing that, either I'm thinking about the past or the future. It's never the right here and now. I bring it right back to the right here and now. Like right here is like, oh, look, I have a towel in my hand, and this towel is this color. Oh, and here is a flannel shirt. Now I'm touching and getting a little bit more in touch with the here and now. This moment, my belly's not growling. I'm not hungry. I have an extra flannel shirt here, wearing a hoodie. I'm really not cold at this moment. I'm surrounded by toasty warm tanks. And I bring it to the right here and now. And I'm not looking at what am I going to do next month when the mortgage comes up, or what am I going to do if this happens. I can't believe that happened. I stay out of the past and the future and keep it right here and now. And that also helps zone me right back to, okay, we got this. We got this, man. We got this. So I'm glad you guys are commenting, because it makes me feel better. I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. And I'm teaching my granddaughter, which helps reinforce it with me, that as soon as you wake up, let's make a gratitude list. What are you grateful for? And she's like, nothing. Because, she has to go to school. So she's like, nothing. She says, nothing. She goes, wow, my mom made me breakfast today. I'm like, what a great way to start the day. And I'm showing her, through example, and pointing out my example is helping me stay on task as well. It's almost like when my kids were little, I had to set the example. It didn't matter what I was feeling. I had to set the example. Or there was bees around me, I couldn't go screaming. I had to pretend like I'm cool. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. And sooner or later, I'm not scared. So that's what I'm doing now. Ooh, J-Rock does stuff. Hello, I was at the rink last night and had a blast. So did the son of Sam. Huawei. I take my motivational advice from my neighbor's barking dog. The son of Sam did do that, didn't he? Wow. That's a blast from the past. Was that from the 70s? Is that a serial killer from the 70s? Look at me acting like I don't know who the son of Sam is. John is obsessed with serial killers. He knows all about the serial killers, each one. He loves the documentaries, the movies, all of that. He loves it. Staying positive was real easy when I was freshly sober. Yeah, that's like cloud nine, woohoo! I was thankful for everything. Now I find myself overlooking the blessings. Yes, I agree. And focusing on the bad. Then I know I need to reset. Yes. And that's what sometimes I have to do it a couple times a day. Sometimes I'm good for a whole week, and I don't even realize until somebody says, how's it going? And I start telling them, I'm like, oh man, this really sucks. What the words come out of my mouth, but I have to remember, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So I agree with you. In the beginning, it was easy because it was just a gift. Then I had to work for it. And now, like Petsodics was saying, that once I exercise that part of it and do it more and more, it should come easier and easier. My old hospital record. It's always the past or future, right? And if you bring it to the here and now, man, we're cool. My problem is that I react faster than I process the information. Yes. You're supposed to act and not react. That's very hard to do. I will fly off the handle so fast, and it's not until the moment is past that I can think rationally about it. That's another part. That's right up what we're talking about. Yep. We all have things that we deal with, and it's how you deal with it that counts. Exactly. And it's also how am I making other people feel around me? Not that that's my responsibility, but am I sucking the room out of every emotional happiness when I walk in? I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that vacuum. Not that I'm all that powerful, could change anything, but I'm just saying. Because they get better, and there will always be those negative thoughts. Yes. I guess some people don't have them. Well, maybe everybody has them. Was there an event? I'm seeing a lot of pictures from the skate events today. Oh, let's see. I didn't have an event. We just had, I know the Griffin brothers are in Los Angeles, so I'm sure they're posting. And they're from my local area. And my girlfriend turned 40, the big 40, and didn't have her kids for the weekend, so we went, and that felt good. My oldest daughter is like that. Frequently, she will realize midway into it and stop. That's good, catching it. That's a good start. Susie, are you going to the NEC in April? I have a reservation, not paid for. I have a reservation. I want to go. I'm looking for a roommate or a couple of roommates to help offset the cost. Hindsight is right. Right? M&C Aquatics. Hey, Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q. Baby, I love you. Susie Q. Wah, 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 wah. I like the way you. I'm sorry. Oh, Susie Q. Thank you for bringing that to mind. M&C Aquatics. It's like one of my favorite ones. There's a lot of negative Susie Q songs that the Griffin brothers. Thank you, Huawei. The Griffin brothers are so much fun. So much fun. And when they come to my home rink, which is also like one of their home rinks, it gets crazy. All the best of the best skaters, you know, the ones that go around the outside and they go super fast and they're all doing the same thing. And it's just such an amazing, amazing thing. Hold on. It's such an amazing thing that when they come out to play, the Griffin brothers, it is a fun, fun time. And it's almost like, remember jump roping? I don't know if you guys jump rope. And you had to jump in, you had to wait and get the rhythm and go in. That's what it's like on those nights, getting onto the skate floor, because they're going so fast. And I just got to get past them into the middle where I can go my speed. And they're very kind. Every one of these great skaters is so kind. I do like it a lot. Scotty the Fish Freak says, I got a hotel reserved, but event registration is like, oh, I do not have event registration yet. That's a good point, Scotty. Don't become an angry fish lady. Lots of angry fish guys out there, mostly older, right? Creedence Clearwater, that's right. I do not want to be a Karen. In the fish hobby, in my miniature hobby, out in the world, I don't want to be the Karen. But I do have, I don't have it down here. Do I have it down here? One of my t-shirts that I made says Boomer on Wheels. Because I'm a baby boomer. I was born in the 50s. So what? Boomer on Wheels. But a lot of people call nickname Boomer for like Karens. Like, oh yeah, you're just a boomer. You don't got like... No, I'm a boomer and I'm proud of it. I booked the NEC hotel. We'll wait until the last minute to register. Okay. Yes, sir. J-Rock. Always hindsight. Yeah, right? I once got so pissed at my son when he was little for kicking his shoe off that when we got to the store, I threw it halfway across the parking lot. Been there, done that. Then I had to walk across the parking lot and fetch it. Isn't that the worst whip? Yes, I try not to have these outbursts. Now, John Baga has these outbursts. Never with me. Never. But he has them away from the person that has triggered him. And he's got a safe place here, and he vents. It is like nothing I've ever seen before. And then when he's done, he goes out, he's like a big old teddy bear. Facing the world like a big old teddy bear. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I'm not registering for anything. Maybe just the happy hour. Ooh. Well, if you know anybody, maybe I'll call Elizabeth. Maybe Elizabeth would like to come down for the NEC and we can share a hotel room. Oh my God, how many laughs would that be, Donnie? Flashback. Oh, to the aquatic experience. That was great. That was freaking great. Yep, that is the NEC. I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. Yeah. Maybe I should be a vendor. No, I don't. All three are out. Hold on. All three are right out. Oh, did I catch them? There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See? Oh my. I am so happy I decided to get them. And look at, they're not much bigger than those White Cloud Mountain Minnows. But the White Cloud Mountain Minnows usually fly around the top. These guys are darting around in between all the leaves, all the plants. These Denison barbs are so awesome. Like I said, if you haven't seen my video, I know it's nothing new to you guys, but I did a video on the Denison barbs, kind of like a species profile. If you could watch it, it would help me tremendously. And I know how hard it is to watch to the end on information that you already know. But if you could watch it to the end, YouTube might think it's a decent video and try to throw out to a couple hundred people. Liz and Susie, best time ever. I'm telling you, I've never laughed so freaking hard, Donnie. I have not laughed so freaking hard. That was so much fun. J Rock says, LOL whip, I get you, bro. I really do. I'm the coolest person until you tick me off. Then I'm a complete jerk. Y'all see is red. Yeah. Spaghetti says, I try not to remember those things. It will sink too low. Yep. Oh my God, that is so funny. Yeah, I made amends for all my outbursts that I did when the kids were little. I have had a few. Oh my God, I had one on a librarian. This has to be like 25 years ago. Easy 25 years ago. My kids were little. And one of my oldest, Amy, had a book out. And of course, we always lost the books. And it was just like a little $4 book. And I went to the library. I said, look, we can't find it. I've been looking. I didn't realize it was like 6 months. And they wanted to charge me like $30-some. This was like a $4 paperback. Well, I flipped out on this poor kid who was probably an 18-year-old behind the counter, just started working at the library. And I just, bing! My kids they still talk about it to this day. Like, remember when we went to the library and... If I knew who that poor kid was, he probably never worked at the library again. I'm just kidding. Oh, this is a video. Yes, it's all on Denison barbs. It's just a short little video, but because I haven't really been posting much, I am starting a new series for beginner fish keepers. So I wouldn't put you guys through that, but I'm trying to make it so, like, if you try to figure out what kind of fish tank, and I was talking to Whip about this, what kind of fish tank do you want? It depends on who you are and why you want a fish tank. When I was a mom of 4 kids, I didn't care about the fish tank. My kids want a fish tank, I'm going to get them a fish tank. I didn't care. I didn't care about any of that. So it wasn't like, ooh, we're going to have an Oscar, I have to get the size. Some people just want a fish tank, and then they'll decide what fish should go in that. Other people have fish in mind, specific fish, then you buy the tank to fit that. Some people are strapped for money, so they there's all different. I'm starting the series off. I already did the motives. Then that's going to be the one. What size fish tank should I get? And then it's going to be all on the nitrogen cycle. I'm going to include the natural aquarium, and then I'm going to move on to how to clean your tank. So I'm going to do a whole beginner series, just to have a fresh playlist to put out there for YouTube. Because I don't want to stop. I don't feel like I'm burnt out, but I sometimes feel like I have nothing to offer. Because I think about us, you guys, and me. Like, I'm not going to tell you guys how to clean a fish tank. But if I aim it towards the newcomer that's just starting to fish and doesn't know quite how to clean a fish tank, or one of my biggest dilemmas in the beginning was, do I put the conditioner in before the water, after the water, during the water? Like, is it that important? Like, silly things like that. Like, how to hover over sand versus gravel vac. Like, all that stuff is going to be in my beginner series, just to get fresh stuff out there. And after about 5 or 10 more videos, then I know I'll be back on a roll and be able to do what I want to do. But I got to satisfy the how-to algorithm for the YouTubers. The YouTube goddesses. Whether you have negative or positive thoughts, just remember it goes hand in hand with the law of attraction, right? Yes, what you think and feel is what you get, right? And you ain't seen nothing yet. That's my old cheerleading days. Ooh, I will watch it. I've been thinking about getting those. Thank you, Spaghetti. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And he, ABC Aquatics, what's going on, man? What's up, fish folks? Everybody's saying hey to ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Do re mi, baby, you and me. Ow! Even if you go and leave a comment, it will help. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. It will. Everybody's saying hey to Kenny. Boop, boop. Can you tell me? Apparently, I've forgotten. Can you tell me? What did I miss? Can you tell me? Clean up. Oh, can you tell me? Clean a fish tank? You mean I have to maintain these darn things? Yes. I know you do, Donnie. Thank you very much. And you comment on what that's so nice. Most of you guys do, and I appreciate that. And I know it's not riveting information. But I feel like I've been out of the loop for almost 8 months, that I need to put out whatever I can to get back into the loop. Do you guys see Lefty? He is killing it. Like, what? He's doing amazing. Roseline sharks are like the guitar in the display case in Wayne's World. Yeah. They will be mine, Susie. Ah, yes. They will be mine. That's right. I turned myself into a polite, nice person. It's been 8+ years. But it does work, Spaghetti, does it not? How to clean tanks. Right, Kenny. Yeah. That is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you, if you don't want to clean your tank, here's how you have to set your tank up. It's a lot more work in the beginning, but there'll be less water. If they distilled your mood right now, it would be an illegal drug. If they distilled your mood, oh, good. Gotta be illegal. I gotta be honest. I think if you don't read me down about my father, if you didn't read me down about my father, I'm in the same boat. I need to get content out, not just for my OnlyFans. Yes, Kenny, and it's so hard because I have to first find a target audience. So I feel like, because you guys have been keeping fish, many of you have been keeping fish forever, since you were little, for a long time. I haven't. I've been keeping it 5 years, so I don't feel like I'm an expert in anything except for what I have experienced. So I'm going to focus on the new fish keeper, because I am confident I have something to offer a new fish keeper. And I've got a girlfriend. I have all different scenarios. This girlfriend over here, her kids want a tank. She just wants to get a glowfish. What did she get started? That's right up my alley. Am I going to tell her to do research on a glowfish? No. She doesn't care. She's not going to do research on any fish. She just wants to set up a tank that her 11-year-old can appreciate. So I'm going to tell her how I can do it, how I can help her set it up, how she can set it up. If she wants to do maintenance every month, do it this way. If she wants to do maintenance every 3 months, do it this way. Blah, blah, blah. That I got, the newcomer. So I think I'm going to focus. That's why I'm going to start this playlist on new people into the fish hobby. Sorry, I meant to say I was feeling down about my father. Yes. And that's excuse me, understandable. That's situational. That's not real or fancy. That's understandable. I'm loving the positivity. Me too. And that's because I joined the live stream here, started it, and you guys have helped me tremendously, as usual. Bigfoot? Rainbow hunting with Bigfoot axolotls. That sounds like an amazing sticker. I love it. I've got 23 years in the hobby. Yeah, damn, you're old. You're old. But I'm old and only have 5 years or 6 years in the hobby, so. Ken, you started when you were 10? Good answer, Sam. Good answer. So from what I hear, thank you, Baba. If you're still here, thank you very much for the super sticker. Yes, I'm saying you're 33 years old. I don't think there's a Tennessee Fish Mafia. I saw Sam Huawei was posted that. So if anybody wants to go live, I'll probably put it on as I fall asleep next to John Baga. And then Danikins Aquatic comes on after that. every once in a while I wake up to pee, I could turn it on and I can be present, but I'm usually sound asleep by then. LOL. 17, well on my way. I've had tanks since I was 8ish. See, that's what I mean. You have so much to offer. And you're a breeder. 55 years for Alishan. See, that's what I mean. And he's got BAP points. Like, he's a very good breeder. Like, I'm not. If my fish are breeding, it's because my fish are breeding. I'm not breeding them. I have never been able to breed any kind of egg layer. Just my angels, my endlers, and yes, I take credit for my endlers. And I'm just thrilled I can keep some shrimp alive this long so far. So I'm not that kind of qualified, but I am qualified to set up a tanks. I have set up hundreds of aquariums. I'm very good at setting it up. I'm good at deciphering what size you're going to need for what fish. I'm good for setting up if you want to put all the work while you set it up and less maintenance, or do you want to do more maintenance and set it up quickly? Like, I got it. I got your back on that. 61 years nonstop for Bob. There you go. See that? You guys have experience to offer. I have experience I can offer the new person. So that's what I'm going to keep mine to. And at least for the next year or so, and get that going. So that's what I decided to do. So yes, anybody struggling to put out content, I love putting out these live streams. I love connecting with my fish fam. I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. But that's not what's making me money out in the real world. And for me personally, I need to make money. This YouTube isn't just for fun, although it is fun. Now that I'm monetized and I'm making an income, I need it to make a difference, or I'll have to find something else. Like it's bad. Oh, there's Skipper from Maryland. What? Spaghetti, thanks, one day at a time. Rock on, right? Hey, Skip. Everybody say, hey, Skip. I suck at setting up tank. That's funny because there's a lot of guys that, not all guys, but a lot of guys, like, there's this set up a rock. I think that's hysterical. But a lot of times they're big fish and that's it. But about 10 years for me. See, this is awesome. I've got one fish from the first year I started, still the Cupidai loach. And I do have another fish. Where is he? Oh, my pleco. So I have a couple fish that are just turning 7 years old because I've only been in the fish keeping hobby 7 years. So the mud skipper is 5. That's pretty cool. And axolotls, I have some experience and knowledge on axolotls after breeding them, and see, they bred. I just had to figure out how to keep them alive, right, and send them out. So it's been great. It's been great, and I feel great now after having this live stream. And it's just a good reminder on just stay positive, man. And fish keeping is a way to stay positive. It really is. I think it is anyway. So thank you, everybody who came out. Thank you, Bob. Are you still in the chat for the super sticker? Watch your ears, because I'm going to do it again. That's for Bob Kaler's Reptiles and Aquatics. And I am going to do my intro again because it's my daughter singing my theme song, and I absolutely love both. So,
hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.